Hi, today we're going to talk to you about one of our favorite things, and that's hardware coatings. We've got 5 samples laid out here today. They're kind of arranged from the cheapest to the most expensive, and we've got some different materials. So we've got, on the first one here, is just paint on an aluminum washer. The second one here is a titanium material that's been burnt with a torch. And a third one here is another aluminum washer that's been anodized. Then we have our 2 products. The first one here, the purple, is titanium, and it's been anodized. And then the last one here has been through a process called PVD. So what we're going to do with these products is we're going to take them all, we're going to put them in an ultrasonic cleaner. We're going to use 2 different solutions just to give an idea of the endurance of each of these products over time. The ultrasonic cleaner, the first thing we're going to run it in is just distilled water. So there's no minerals or anything like that in there. It's just regular water, and we're going to see what kind of an effect over time in the ultrasonic cleaner that has on each of these coating types. And we're going to run at 8-minute intervals, and every 8 minutes we're going to take it out, we're going to check, and we're going to see what it looks like at each interval. All right, so here we are at the end of our second cycle. So it's been 16 minutes in the ultrasonic cleaner. And I think we've got some potential failure going on here. Yep. So the paint, which, honestly isn't a shocking thing, but yeah, after 16 minutes, I've already got some failure around the edges and the top. It's a little bit harder to see on the top edge, but it's there. And I think everything else, I don't really see anything going on there. The anodized aluminum, nothing there. And of course the titanium, anodizing in PVD, nothing really going on there. So we're gonna keep going and just see if anything else happens. All right, so we've got our last cycle. So it's been just a little bit over 30 minutes that all of these have been in here. And I think it's still the same as our last status, the third one. Not really a big change with anything. And we're gonna take these out now. Okay, so what we're seeing here, it looks like, of course, the painted one. There's some flaking, chipping that happened with the paint where it came off around some of the edges. The titanium burnt, doesn't really look like anything much happened with that one. And then our anodized aluminum, looks like everything's still intact on that coating. And then of course the dress-up bolts, titanium, the PVD and the anodized, they both look good. So we just finished up our test in the distilled water with our 5 pieces, and next we're going to do our more extreme test. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put all 5 of these pieces into a degreaser formula. Now, since we had some chipping and flaking that occurred on the painted washer, we've replaced that with a brand new one. So that way we get a fresh test on it to see how long it holds up in the degreaser. And the other pieces pretty much had no effect on the distilled water other than cleaning them and making sure they look good. So we're going to go ahead and pop them all in the degreaser, set it up for our first 8-minute run, and then we're going to check it at the end of that, and we'll keep going. All right, so here we are, the end of the third round. It's been 24 minutes in the degreaser. Take this out and look. Now, I'm seeing like on the painted washer, not too much activity going on there yet. The burnt titanium, don't see too much happening there. Starting to notice on the aluminum anodized washer, yeah, definitely starting to see around the edges there. The anodization is coming off there. And the dress-up bolts, titanium, anodizing, don't see anything happening on that. And the PVD, doesn't look like there's anything happening there either. So I feel like this next round, the 4th one, is going to be the one that really we see. If it's going to fail, it's going to fail. All right, so this is our last cycle. So we're going to take out the hardware. We're going to take a look at it. And we can see finally, yeah, some deterioration on the painted washer. Yeah, some bubbling along the top and a little bit of flaking happening there. I can't tell too much on the titanium one, probably until we rinse it off and dry it. Very obvious on the aluminum anodized. It's lost almost all of its coloring. And then the dress-up bolts, hardware, of course. Nothing noted there as far as the coating goes. Everything still looks like it's good and intact. So we're gonna take all these out, set them out, rinse them off, dry them off, and then we'll have our final results. All right, so we have our final results here. So after running all of the hardware inside of the degreaser and cleaning it off, drying it, and setting it out now, we can clearly see the effect that it had on each of the types of coatings. And the painted coating here, it definitely affected it eventually, had some flaking and chipping that happened with that. The burnt titanium here actually looks like it held up fairly well inside the degreaser, so didn't really notice anything bad on that. The anodized aluminum really seemed like it had the most extreme effect out of all 5 of those. Pretty much all the anodized coating is just about gone now, and it's showing just the bare aluminum. And then of course the dress-up bolts titanium hardware, both the anodized and the PVD actually look fantastic. It's almost like it just did a great job just cleaning them up and making them look even shinier and better. So that's all the results with the hardware. You can see there for yourself. So if you have any questions, just email us at sales@dressupbolts.com and we'll answer your questions. Thank you.